We begin with breaking news. A bomb blast has killed at least 20 people near Syria's border with Turkey. The blast occurred near the Atmeh border crossing. Many of the dead are said to be fighters with the Turkish-backed Free Syrian Army. Let's go now to our correspondent Ediz Tiyansan, who's in Turkey's Hatay province, not far from the Atmeh border crossing. Ediz, what more do we know about this blast?
Well, the explosion took place just within the past 1 hour or so. This is still a developing story. From what we know so far, activists and witnesses are saying that this was carried out by an individual who was carrying an explosive belt. So it was a suicide bomb attack that targeted the Atmeh border crossing that links northern Syria's Idlib province to Turkey's Hatay province. That's where we are right now. So it is relatively close to where we stand from here, and we understand that the initial numbers indicate at least 20 people, most of them Free Syrian Army fighters, were killed in this incident. There are also several injuries reported. Now, we don't know who exactly is behind this attack, but we do know that it's not the first time Atmeh was targeted by similar suicide attacks. Just earlier this year, not the border crossing itself, but the village of Atmeh itself was targeted by another suicide bomb attack, which was carried out and claimed later on by Daesh. And Daesh actually organized and conducted several other suicide attacks across the Idlib province, both against rebels in the area as well as civilians. So they are at this point the prime suspect, I could say. And why Atmeh? It is actually a strategic location. This is where a lot of FSA fighters cross into Syria, and it is also a main supply route for them.
And what is the latest on the situation on the ground in the northeast of the country, in the city of Aleppo?
Well, the fighting continues, but the latest statement that came from the Syrian regime was calling on the people of eastern rebel-held part of the city, telling them to leave the city as soon as possible. It came along with a statement saying that the regime forces will now decrease the number of airstrikes on the city. They said it was on humanitarian grounds. They said this will allow these people, whoever wanted to leave the city, to be able to do so in a peaceful way. But we don't know at this point if this will continue like this or whether it's just another lip service by the Syrian regime. But what we can tell you is that it came at a time of mounting international pressure on both the Syrian regime and their main ally, Russia, following 2.5 weeks of a heavy offensive to take the entire Aleppo from the rebels. The number of airstrikes has been unprecedented over this eastern Aleppo, and the number of casualties also. We know that more than 420 people lost their lives just over the 2.5 weeks. So in fact, essentially it would be a very good development for the eastern Aleppo residents to see airstrikes diminishing starting from today, but it is still yet to be seen whether that will happen.
Ediz Tiyansan in Hatay province. We'll be checking in with you later for that. For more on that breaking news story where a bomb blast has killed at least 20 people near Syria's border with Turkey. Thank you for that for now.